All right. Well, welcome to At the Park Bench podcast. This will be our first episode, and at the Park Bench today we have Colleen Wild, the one and only. So, Colleen, first off, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate that so much. So, first off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a songwriter, a mom, and a wife, and I've been singing in bands and things since probably about 12, 13 years old. I'm not going to go into all the details on it, but I think I've just been singing all sorts of genres and styles, and just creativity is just what I want to be doing.
Awesome. So, I'm sorry if you just said this right. When did you start? When was the first time you ever played?
Well, guitar is new for me, but singing I started in like choirs and church choirs, school choirs. I was real little in like the Glen Ellen Children's Choir. That was super fun. Probably 6, I think, maybe.
That's cool.
I don't know. I was little.
Yeah.
I was little.
I wish I had that story. It's funny. I started a lot later in life, but there's a picture that my mom found of me at like 6 or 7, holding a little plastic guitar.
That's adorable.
And I'm holding it like I know what I'm doing.
Fabulous.
And it's kind of funny because it's like I got a little late to the party, but maybe that party should have started a little sooner.
It starts when it's supposed to.
Yeah, I
know.
That. I fully believe that.
My mom has pictures of me using broomsticks as microphones. It's in my dad's trucker hat and my like sleepy onesies. It's on Facebook somewhere. I think I posted it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, who are some of your favorite artists? Your influences? What do you listen to on a drive home from a gig?
Podcasts.
That's funny. Me too. That's kind of a big reason we started this because it gives us something to keep the musical energy flowing.
Yeah,
even after a show when we need to be resting our voices, because I know some of us aren't very good at that.
Yeah, this one right here.
Me included. Yes.
Yeah, super bad at it. Trying to get better. That question is always so hard for me. Because myself as an artist, I feel like I'm very multifaceted. So I don't like to put myself in a box or pigeonhole genres and songwriting styles. And like obviously there are some things that I can't sing or I can't write yet. But that's kind of my headspace with it. I can't do it yet, but eventually maybe I'll be able to, or maybe I'll do it and I don't like it. So I guess some of my favorite artists, depending on the day, I really, really love Coed and Cambria. Like, they are probably my favorite rock band. Like, Coed and Cambria is
I love them.
One of my absolute favorite bands.
One of the first CDs I ever bought.
Really?
One of the first ones. I convinced my mom to buy me the Marshall Mathers LP.
That's fabulous.
She's the sweetest woman ever, and she had no idea what it was about. The explicit version at like 10 years
Fabulous.
old. But then the first one I bought was AFI and Coed and Cambria.
Yeah, I love AFI. See, let's just say, like, I love AFI. I love The Used. Like, I think my first CDs I ever bought were Britney Spears and Nirvana together. So,
it's
like,
a good combo.
Again, like,
it's a very good combo.
Very multifaceted. I grew up singing, like, jazz music with my grandma, like, all the Frank Sinatras and stuff, and like the big band swing stuff, and then my mom was like REO Speedwagon and Scorpions and all that stuff, and my dad was like Brooks and Dunn and like all the old country, and so there was always music around. So I just kind of learned that music's a universal language, and I don't want to put it in a box. I just want to sing it and do it, and if I like it, I like it, even if it's a guilty pleasure, like Rick Astley. Sometimes I jam to Rick Astley, like it's a thing. It's just whatever
Music,
I'm feeling.
Music. I'm the same way. So I know you have music out there.
I do.
So tell us a little bit about the kind of songs that you have out there, whether it be singles, individually, duos, bands, and then also tell people where they can find that music.
Sure. Okay. So I have an EP out. It's all acoustic. It's all acoustic. It's called Sing My Soul. It was a handful of the first songs I wrote on guitar by myself. And I have a bunch of singles, I think 5 maybe now at this point, that are full band singles that I recorded at Third City Sound in Joliet, and then mixed and mastered in Nashville. And you can find them pretty much anywhere you stream music. On TikTok, we like to do little blurps as a full band. I know my duo Echo and Ransom with my good friend Jason Benefield. We've started the process so many times, and we are so close to a final song to release. But we're really hoping that within the next year, we can line up our ducks and finish some of our songs.
Awesome. So, just so the viewers know and the listeners, if you're not on one of the viewing platforms, that all of Colleen's information will be below in the bio. Links to her socials, her Spotify, Apple Music, kind of the big ones. So you'll be able to go down there wherever you're listening on and see those. So I like this question because I feel like identity is a big thing in the music industry. Is there a single in particular that anyone listening can go to right now and be like, this is what Colleen Wild wants to sound like, this is what she wants to be, this is the one that means at the moment, obviously we're evolving.
Yeah, right. Always evolving.
Is the one you want them to hear? Which one do you want them to hear?
Before We Were Them is probably the closest to the sound that we're creating right now. There's also a music video for that on YouTube. You can check that out. But yeah, that's probably the one that's leaning more towards the sound that we're evolving into.
Awesome. And I can tell you firsthand experience, it's a great single. It's one of my favorites as well.
Thank you.
So I think we hit the social medias being down in the bios, down in the bio. But you want to just say what your handles are real quick for everybody?
Sure. On Facebook, it's just Colleen Wild. On Instagram, it is also just Colleen Wild. On TikTok, it's Colleen Wild Music. I have a Twitter, but straight up, I don't use it. I don't understand it. I don't use it. And then I have a SoundCloud. It should be Colleen Wild, but I don't think I have anything up
and
on it.
we'll get all that down at the bottom.
Yeah, that should be most of it.
So you kind of touched on the other singles. Are there any other songs coming out in the near future you want to plug, that you have anything exciting coming out?
I have so many things happening right now, and so much of it I can't even talk about, and that's what's really super frustrating because I'm really excited.
The next time Colleen's on here.
We do have a single coming out. We're actually recording it in Nashville this weekend, coming up. I don't know when you see it, but Memorial Day weekend we're recording it. It's called Savior. I'm so excited to record it.
Coming out soon. That's exciting. By the time this gets to the masses, it should be out.
Yeah, it should be out. We're hoping end of June, early July, maybe August. We don't know. There's a lot of things happening with it, but we're really excited about it.
All right. Any last thoughts? Anything else you want to say before we get into this whole songwriting thing?
I guess I want to shout out all the projects I'm a part of because I do a lot of things. I want to shout out my duo and my duo partner, Jason Benefield. We are Echo and Ransom together. Jason is going to be on here at some
Jason
point.
Will be on here
and he is
in the next couple months.
Yeah,
so
a phenomenal writer. One of my favorites, honestly. And then I am part of a radio show podcast. So if you like old school radio, it's called the Spectral Silhouette Radio Show. We're now officially award winning, which is pretty neat.
Congrats.
Thank you. We finished season 1 in June, and we're really, really excited about all season 2 stuff we have planned out. I just want to, thank my family for being super chill about
we would be who we
right
are.
the lives we get to lead, and still have families. It's a really cool blessing to have.
Yes.
So I think.
Awesome. Well, let's write a song.
All right, let's do it. I also want to shout out all of the guys in my band, Joe, Josh, DC, and Dave. They're all absolutely awesome dudes. And the studio that we're recording at in Nashville, it's called Stormbringer Sound with Jeffrey Thomas. We're really excited, and really cool stuff is going to be happening.
Well, I am very excited to hear it. So I will definitely be on the lookout for that.
Awesome.
So the song. Let's write a song. So I know we kind of discussed earlier and had some ideas. My first idea you being a mother and me being a stepdad. Fortunately, my daughter had some stuff needed to get fixed. She was in the hospital last week, and that was a very, emotional time. And I feel like there's a lot that can be written about being a parent in whatever capacity that is, whether it be, a mom, dad, stepmom, stepdad, even
A caregiver
grandfather.
of any, caregiver at any situation
My grandpa
with a
was
young
always really
person.
close to me. I know I'm gonna write a million songs about him and not be able to sing any of them. But
I'll get a little weepy. It's okay.
well,
It's okay.
that's the process. One of the biggest things with songwriting is it's very vulnerable. It's very intimate, and that's kind of what we are trying to show people who like music and want to be a part of that process. People who already write music, and I know some of my favorite things is just seeing how other people attack a song, because everyone's different. I know some people set a time limit. Some people write in the car while they're driving. Some people just
Sing it into their phone and go back to sleep.
yeah. Some people wake up with the dream.
I do it all the time.
So yeah, if that's something that sounds good for you, I did start writing a few lyrics, and let's go from there with that premise and see what we can create.
Sure, let's go.
So the biggest thing that I was thinking about when this was all happening was, it's kind of like we said, being like a protector, being like a, somebody there, and like she's a year and a half years old, so that's my job, and having to so a lot of emotions came up about making sure she was okay, and I wanted to kind of make it a little more general, just like I said, just being a stepdad, and first couple nights she was having trouble going to sleep, so I had kind of messed with this chord progression a little bit. It was close your eyes, it'll be alright. I'll be there in the morning light. No, right now you're scared, but I ain't going anywhere. May not be there all the time, she'll always be on my mind. But that was kind of the progression I was going for. I messed up the first one, but that's the thing with this. You'll be amazed at where these things start and then where they finish.
It's all learning curve. You should know guitar is not my first instrument.
I've only been playing for 5 years, so it still feels like a foreign thing for me.
Oh, I'm mostly a rhythm player. So let's think here. Do you want that to be the chorus?
I was thinking, so the other lyrics I was thinking about, they're very personal to being a stepfather, because, but we can change that. That was just something that I had because she was going to sleep, and I was sitting there with her, and I was like, I'll be there when you get up. Like, you're okay, you're safe, you're protected, and all those emotions that go with being, just like a parent.
You could do a verse referencing a step parent and keeping it generalized that way, and then, or maybe not a birth parent. So representing not a birth parent. Then you kind of cover all the bases, like adoptive parents and step-in parents and all that. And then you could do a verse that's about being the biological parent, and then just kind of talking about the differences in love, even though they're really the same. The love is the same. Do you know what I mean?
That could be the.
You love them, even when they're not yours. You still love them. Hold on, my brain is working way faster than my mouth is. As a parent, as a step parent, as a guardian, as a caregiver, you love them with all of you, every fiber of your being. And even if you did not give them that life, you still love them with all of yours. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can maybe play with that a little bit.
I think that's great. I think you could definitely, we could start the first verse being, the biological parent, and then that chorus could be very much just about that love. And then you move into the step parent or
Right, the caregiver or the extra parent, yeah.
And then kind of have this big culmination at the end where it's just, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You know, it's just
you can have lines in the chorus changing.
Love, yeah. We can mix it up. All right, so let's start with that. I think the first verse is yours.
Of course. Okay. Where'd I put my pen? It's fine. So what chord progression were we?
I'm not married to that idea. That's just something that, I mean, maybe E minor's a little bit too sad to start with. It's a happy song. It's not a sad song.
Yeah. Do you want it to be finger picky? Do you want it to be like?
It's kind of a big reason like I wanted to start this was because everyone has a different way they do it, right? So like I always play with my fingers when I start writing. Okay. It allows me more freedom.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then like as I start having chords, I'll start messing with different notes,
voicing, and stuff like
melodies
that,
and stuff. So if you want to use a pick, by all means, go ahead. I can match whatever you're doing with a pick with my hand. But I think we should.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's very pretty. You started with G?
Yeah, just kind of like yeah, so I always add a little fellow there.
So you had 9?
Yeah. Or something like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. That's beautiful. So in my personal opinion, when it comes to writing music, the chorus and the first line, like the first line has to punch you.
Yeah, absolutely.
In whatever way. So I think once we get that first line and we get that melody down, or however we want to sing it with the chords, I think the rest will just fall into place. So we got to think of a poetic way to come into this song.
All right, hold on. I got to think about this.
All right, so with that premise in mind, kind of what you said about, was talking about being a stepdad, you being the biological mother of your children, it might be a cool idea to have you take that first verse, and then I will come in the second verse with my my perspective on it, and then the chorus we'll try to figure out a way to bring that all together.
Blend them all together.
Yeah, kind of capture that whole
ode to parenting.
Yes.
I'm gonna cry.
That's actually the name of the song, Ode to Parenting.
Ode to Parenting.
Yes. Beethoven's coming back from the dead.
Yes.
And he's going to play piano on it.
Oh, it's gonna be so epic.
So you had what was that melody you were working on?
I'm kind of noodling around with the.
I like it. It's beautiful.
Wait. Nope. Nope. I don't know. All right. So let me just noodle around with this for a little bit, for a minute. I had on my card until the doctor shared the sound of your heart, the sweetest music I've ever heard, until your voice graced the earth.
Good. It's good. I love it. That's so sweet.
Sweet.
I
gotta try sweet.
I know it's a different side of you. We're pulling some crazy stuff out. I think it's a very good opportunity for us to do a duet.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do it.
that would be
I
really
think it would be
cool
really
to have you
cool.
sing that first verse and the chorus yourself, and I'll sing the second verse and chorus, and then we just come in with whatever, a bridge and another chorus, and just
Sure.
let her soar.
Sure. Yeah, I think the chorus. I think the chorus should like open up. I don't want to say like anthem-y because that's obviously not the kind of song we're writing. But like, I feel like Windows 95 is loading still. Sorry, hold on. I feel like it should be like super, almost sing-songy, you know. So something
Yeah.
that kind of like hooks in your head, and like
I want to. I don't know. If,
makes you want to hug your babies.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have babies, somebody else's babies. Politely with respect. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Don't just randomly hug children. It's weird.
You know, I'm really close to my parents, and
Yeah.
you know, I'm fortunate to still have my mother and my father in my
Yeah,
life.
same.
And American Idol just had Liam Tongi won.
Yeah.
And he sang Monsters with James Blunt. And I was there watching the first audition, and that song, every time I hear it, it gets me
Oh, yeah.
like that. And like, you know, I want to send it to my dad, but I don't, because like I don't want him to, because I know how he is, and I don't want him
Yeah.
to think like anyway. But the point I'm trying to make is like, there are songs that have come along, like
Right.
If It's the Last Time by Lainey, that I've sent to my father. I want this to be a song that, like, if you are a parent,
Right. You feel
it
it.
resonates with you, but you also
Right.
want to send it to your parents to be like, hey,
Right, because
I know
once
what
we
you mean to
become
me.
parents, we get it. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the phone with my mom and been like, "You right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." I've called my mom and apologized for things that I've like put her through as a parent. Well, I was just like the angsty teen. Like,
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, it's an important part of growing up.
Yeah.
And I love those songs that can capture that.
Yeah.
When I hear it, I'm like, God, I gotta show this to my dad. I gotta show this to mom. You know.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very good space to send this to those, you know,
Parents or
to
people
parents,
and caregivers,
to other
people
parents.
that
Like
love
I just
babies.
like, you know. And the thing is, and to say this, I think you know, it's one of those jobs that gets very unthanked. Like,
Yeah, my mom had to wait 30 years for an apology for stuff I did at 14.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's
sorry, Mom.
so this is I love that. Real quick, we have Marco
Oh yeah.
over
Shout
here
out.
as our sound guy. Marco,
Hello.
can you please turn up Colleen in my ears just a little bit?
Yeah, just her vocal or the
Yeah,
guitar as well?
just her vocal, so
Yeah,
I
for
can
sure.
hear when she's singing that again, because I want to try to capture that melody myself.
Cool, because I made it up. So
No, it's good. It's beautiful. It's so
find
beautiful.
out if I can repeat it.
Yeah, so you got my wheels turning, so I'm gonna reach over here while you sing that again and
Yeah.
start writing some lyrics for my verse.
Sure. It's probably not going to be the same thing. The way that songwriting works for me, unfortunately, is usually the first thing I think and I sing. I freaking love it, and then I never write it down or record it, and then I have to go back and just play with the ghost of it. I liked that.
I've done that before too.
And it
It's like,
gets
what did I
so
s-
bad.
what did I sing?
What did I just sing? That
God,
was so
good.
great.
Yeah.
And then you go back and you're like, dang it, the ship has sailed. She is gone.
Yeah, but I have also found that there's been times that those really, really good lyrics that I just can't get them out of my head.
Oh, lyrically, I never have a problem with. I like words. If you haven't figured that out, I like words. But remembering what I sing when I'm singing the words, when I start doing stuff like this, like if I'm not recording it,
Yeah, it's just
gone.
in the moment. Like it's
I've
hard
written
to- it's hard
songs
to
for
explain.
weddings and like wrote the song, recorded it, sent it to the bride and groom. They're like, "Oh my god, this is great." I'm like, "Awesome. Can you send it back, please?" So that I can learn it, because I don't know what just happened. So we'll see. I think that should be the one. It's really simple. Excuse me. I like that. Something simple
I
like
think
that.
that's beautiful.
Okay. I'm gonna try to sing it again. Or do you want to try to sing a verse over it?
So you sing yours again, and then I will try the ones I just wrote down.
Oops, I'm doing wrong things. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
pretty. Said we lift it up a little bit into the chorus.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be crazy, but I think that really that sets the tone.
And E chord there. We could do like this D chord voicing, so it's a little bigger versus that one.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Do you have a verse?
I think I got something going.
Right.
So if you just
All right.
run through it, and I'll come in on that G.
Yep. Hold on.
Thought I knew what love was till you gave me that first hug.
Oh shoot! Hold on, let me try it again. Just come in whenever.
Your hand fit right into the middle of my palm, and from that moment on, I knew I was gone. You may never call me dad, but it's still the best job that I'll ever have.
Cool. I've got to play the part right.
No, that's you guys. This is a very important part of the songwriting process.
trying
It
to
never
listen.
sounds like what you hear on the tracked version out the gate.
I'm trying to hear I'm trying to listen to what you're doing, and then maybe toss a pointer or two, and then I'm also trying to remember how to play a guitar.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's working.
We'll get it. We'll get it down. I want to try to get that finger picking down. 'Cause I've noticed that when I sing when people are playing, it's different.
It's
it's
different.
nice having the guitar in my hand.
Right? Yeah, because you can feel it more. Yeah. And then you walk down to the I also have really weird internal syncopation. So
you're doing triplets right now. So let me give it a go.
Yeah.
How I'm
play
envisioning
it because it might sound better the way you play it. I like that better. Yeah.
Is that right? Is that right? Is that
It's pretty. It's
same?
pretty. It's really close. Yeah, it's really close. So it's just. That's it.
Thought I knew what love was till you gave me that first hug. Your hand fit right into the middle of my palm. From that moment on, I was gone. You may never call me dad, still the best job I've ever had. Yeah, I forgot to get those lyrics in there.
Maybe we can. Okay, hold on. Can I spin your paper?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure that that's actually going to help, but somewhere in my little silly brain it thinks it will. Mother Nature's being a butthead. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Okay, so maybe take and out. And maybe take the butt out. So you may never call me dad. Still the best job I'll ever have. Or it's still the best job. Or maybe it's still the best job I have. Instead of will ever or whatever. Just really solidifying this is your
the best job I've ever had.
This is the job.
Best
this
job I
is
had.
The best job you have.
Best job I have.
Forever and ever and ever.
Okay.
Kind of a thing. Maybe that might loosen it up a little bit. Or
when you gave me that first hug.
Just giving the space to
And fit right in the middle of my palm. From that moment on, I was gone. And you may never call me Dad, still the best job I've ever had.
Excuse me. I like your finger picking pattern a little bit more than I like what I was doing. It just feels like it fits it a little bit more. Because you're just kind of adding an extra beat in there. But I think... Hold on, my brain doesn't work my brain doesn't work fast.
Yeah, I think right now we can...
Keep working through
I think
it.
we got an idea of the verses. I think we should take a second and look at the chorus.
Yeah.
So I think that'll help us figure out how to get into it and like where we should go with the chords.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's do that.
Sure.
All right, so we took some time to look at the chorus. I think we got a good direction for it.
The bridge is going to be a surprise.
Yeah, the bridge might have to be a surprise. But we have a little more of a solidified verse. We spent some time just kind of making sure we get the melody we want down. So do you want me to run through? So we decided that we're going to do, since me and Colleen have two very different parenting situations, that the first verse and chorus is going to be her, and her lyrics are going to change a little bit differently from mine, but the melody and everything's going to stay the same. And then, like I said, you got to stick around and wait for this to come out to hear the bridge. This is going to be a duet between the two of us. And
sorry, I'm tuning on camera.
It's okay. And
professional.
And yeah, we're gonna make this into something I think incredibly beautiful. So do you want me to?
My goal is to make somebody cry. That's not just me.
Yeah, and we'll get into it once we get into the chorus. We'll let you know how we kind of came up with those chorus choices. So you want me to just run through with the my verse and chorus?
Yeah,
and then you can go through yours.
We'll go through mine,
yeah,
and then we can decide in production which goes where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's right. We're half step down.
I mean, we could sing it a half step down.
No.
I don't want to tune all
This
the
will
way
probably
down.
change. We'll definitely probably have to change the key.
I don't want to tune all the way down. I'm lazy.
Thought I knew what love was till you gave me that first hug. It fit right into the middle of my palm. From that moment on, I was gone. You may never call me Dad, but it's still the best job I've ever had. Family ain't always blood, it just comes down to who you love. You love. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now with that. And then so me and Colleen kind of stepped aside and just kind of we didn't want to have to see you have you watch us rustle through a bunch of ideas. But that's usually how it works. Usually we sit down and we mess with melodies, make sure everyone's got the guitar melody down, and then you start piecing stuff together. So we made some changes. You heard Colleen's verse before, so I'm gonna play through it for her so she can sing her verse and chorus, and we'll see where we're at after that.
Okay. Mother, what wasn't a name that held space on my cards. Until the moment that the Doppler played out the sound of your heart. No sweeter sound I've ever heard, and no music can compare. Family's not always planned, it just comes down to who you love. Who you love. You know, except I gotta remember how to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Then we can run through that again if we want to.
That was terrifying. I've never sang the chorus out loud.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't care. This is real art.
Yeah, this is what happens.
This is reality.
Yeah, we can run through it again if you want to. Yeah, so just a little bit of thoughts. I mean, is there a way, do you think that we can, you know, because me and Colleen kind of did this kind of separately and kind of brought it back together. So the planned line, is there a way that we can rhyme that? Like I say love in mine. Is there a word that we can use that changes it up even more in your chorus? Do you think that rhymes with planned?
I don't know. I kind of like that they don't rhyme.
That's fine too. I'm just throwing it out there, just giving you ideas. Part of the songwriting process, you know. It's like sometimes someone else makes your plans or something.
Right.
Yeah. It would be cool too, because you're already splitting verses. If you did one chorus, he did one chorus, and then at the end, you guys, not entirely write a new chorus, but maybe if you can combine them some way, somehow, you know. I mean, they're very similar as it is, but
I like that idea. And that's why I said with the bridge, we should split the bridge too. Like, could almost be call and answer lines.
Yeah.
Like that.
I think that's exactly what we should do, and then like
write that down.
I would do.
No, you don't have to. I was being a jerk.
Oh. We got to record
I was being silly.
It's on the recording though, so we got it. We don't have to. We got it. We don't have to, it's on the recording, so we should be good. You know, but I do like that. It's like back and forth in the bridge.
Yeah.
And then
combining the last verse, like the final verse, combining the two choruses.
Mm-hmm.
Or a double chorus and combining the two choruses, like changing lyrics a tiny bit to combine them all together.
We do something like you come in with family ain't always planned, and I come in with family ain't always blood, and then we can harmonize. It just comes down
to who you love
together.
Yeah.
And then in that last line, we'll just keep it together at the end.
Yeah.
And then maybe we double it up at the end, like.
Yeah, because that works really well.
Yeah, I think we
like
could
that.
definitely just extend out because that.
Yeah.
That twice.
Yeah, just do that twice.
Just comes down.
You're getting up for the harmony lines up.
You love.
That's the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's cool. I think it's a cool way to end it. We can, build it up in the bridge and then bring it down in the last chorus.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So let's just so since we got a lot of that done, we're gonna definitely probably record this one together here hopefully soon.
Yeah.
We'll get the bridge set up, and that'll give you a reason to have a little extra something to check out, because I already know what my line is going to be in the bridge, and I'm not telling you. So you got to come back and hear that one. But I guess
it's really good.
I guess just at this point, let's just. One of the biggest reasons I said I started this because I wanted people to really grasp the difference in songwriting styles. So maybe we can try to speak about that a little bit. Like, do you usually, when you start writing? Are you a lyric person first? Are you a melody person first?
I'm a lyric person primarily. There's a running joke that I have that I say all the time that I don't write the song writes me, because I don't even realize what I'm writing about when I get like compelled to write. I just write, and 9 times out of 10 it's the lyrics that start it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's said, a phrase, or like literally a word. Sometimes somebody will say a word and I repeat it a couple of times in my little buzzy brain. I'll be like, the word food sounds funny today, and then I write a song because it just spirals in there for hours. It's just lyrics usually.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you're the same way. You got about 100 hooks in your phone that you just take the time to sit down and write, and that's what this is about. Like, and you know, it's just making the time to
taking the time to put it together and put it where it belongs. Find its home.
And so I'm you know, is there any other things you'd like to add to this songwriting song? Yeah, it's been amazing.
This is really fun.
This is the first one, so
it's
you are
really
the
fun.
Inaugural
guinea pig. I like being a
podcastee.
guinea pig. It's fine.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So thank you everyone for tuning into At the Park Bench today. Please make sure you go down and check out all Colleen Wild's work and her socials. The Venmo for Colleen will be down there as well if you want to tip the artist. But it's been an absolute pleasure to get to do this. In the comments below, if there's anything you think we should add or anything more you wanted to see of the process, please let us know. And tune in next week for a new episode of At the Park Bench. Have a good day, everyone.